The vast emptiness of space concealed many secrets. Among them, hidden from the eyes of countless civilizations, moved the beings known only as the Watchers. For thousands of years, they had observed the rise and fall of empires across the galaxy, their presence unknown to all. The Watchers' ships glided silently between stars, wrapped in a cloak of technology so advanced that no known species could detect them. They watched, they recorded, and sometimes they interfered. Small nudges here and there kept the balance of power exactly as they desired it. No single race could ever grow too powerful too quickly. On this particular cycle, 3 Watcher vessels hovered near the edges of human space. Their mission was routine: observe the expanding human colonies and report back to the Council of 8. These humans spread quickly, noted observer First Class Turl as he studied the data streams. His gray features reflected the soft blue light of the control panel. Their new colony on Proxima B grows faster than our models predicted. They are resourceful, agreed his superior, Monitor Vex. But they remain blind to our presence, as all species are. We have watched them since they first looked to the stars. The Watchers have been monitoring humans with special interest since their surprising development of faster-than-light travel only 70 years earlier. Most species took centuries longer to achieve such technology. This made humans worth watching closely. Meanwhile, aboard the Earth research vessel Horizon *, Captain Mike Reed stared at the starfield displayed on the main view screen. The Horizon * was Earth's newest deep space research ship, equipped with the most advanced sensors humanity had ever developed. "Captain, we're approaching the Proxima colony's outer marker," reported his pilot, Tom. Reed nodded. At 45, he had the weathered look of someone who had spent his life in space. His dark hair showed touches of gray at the temples, and the lines around his eyes deepened when he smiled. "Good. Let's begin the sensor sweep of the outer system. Dr. West has been eager to test her new equipment." Dr. Anna West looked up from her science station with enthusiasm. She was the ship's lead scientist, brilliant and dedicated to her work. "The new quantum resonance scanner is online, Captain. This should give us readings 10 times more detailed than anything we've used before." Reed gave her a brief smile. "Let's see what your new toy can do, Doctor." As the Horizon * moved through the outer reaches of the Proxima system, Anna's sensors began collecting data. The crew went about their normal duties until a soft alarm chimed at Anna's station. "That's odd," she muttered, adjusting her controls. Reed turned toward her. "Problem with the new equipment?" Anna shook her head slowly, her eyes never leaving her readings. "No, the equipment is working perfectly. That's what's strange. I'm picking up anomalies. 3 of them at the edge of our scanner range." "Asteroids," suggested Tom from the pilot's seat. "No." Anna's voice became more certain as she studied the data. "These readings don't match any known natural phenomenon. They're almost like holes in space." Reed moved to her station, looking over her shoulder at the display. 3 fuzzy areas appeared on the screen, seemingly empty yet somehow different from the surrounding space. "Could it be a sensor malfunction?" he asked. "I've run 3 diagnostic checks. The sensors are working perfectly." Anna looked up at him, her eyes wide with the excitement of discovery. "Something is out there, Captain. Something that doesn't want to be seen." Aboard the lead Watcher vessel, alarms suddenly blared. Turl rushed to the detection panel, his movements quick with uncharacteristic panic. "Impossible," he exclaimed. "The human vessel, it's scanning directly at our position." Vex joined him at the console. "No species has ever detected our cloaking field. Check your instruments." "I have checked 3 times." Turl's voice rose with urgency. "Their scan is somehow interacting with our field. They haven't fully detected us yet, but their sensors are touching us." For the first time in his long career, Vex felt something he had never experienced before: fear. If humans could see what no other species had ever seen. "Adjust our position. Move away from their scanning arc," he ordered. On the horizon asterisk, Anna called out, "Captain, the anomalies are moving. They're changing position in response to our scan." Reed's expression hardened as he returned to his command chair. "Whatever these things are, they're not natural, and they're not random. Tom, plot an intercept course with the nearest anomaly." "Yes, sir," Tom replied, his fingers dancing across the controls. The game of cat and mouse had begun. After thousands of years of perfect invisibility, the Watchers faced a terrifying new reality. Humans might just be able to see them. The horizon asterisk moved through space with purpose, chasing the strange anomalies that continued to stay just beyond their reach. Captain Reed hadn't slept in 20 hours, but the excitement of the hunt kept him alert. "They're still moving away from us," Tom reported from the pilot station. "Whatever they are, they don't want to be caught." Dr. Anna West barely heard him. She was lost in her work, fingers flying across her console as she modified the quantum resonance scanner. For the past several hours, she had been testing different scanning frequencies, searching for one that might give them a clearer picture of the anomalies. "I think I've got something," she finally announced, drawing the attention of everyone on the bridge. "If I adjust the scanner to detect quantum fluctuations at this specific frequency." She made one final adjustment, and the main screen suddenly flashed. Where there had been only fuzzy distortions before, now they could see the faint outline of something solid, something that looked very much like a ship. "What in the world?" Reed whispered, standing up from his chair. "Is that what I think it is?" Anna nodded, her face pale with excitement. "It's a ship, Captain. A ship using some kind of advanced cloaking technology. We're not supposed to be able to see it, but somehow our scanner is cutting through their camouflage." Inside the Watcher vessel, chaos had erupted. What had begun as a routine observation mission had turned into their worst nightmare. "They've enhanced their scanning technology," Turl shouted. "They can partially see through our cloaking field." Monitor Vex stared at the display in disbelief. In thousands of years, no species had ever detected a Watcher vessel. Their cloaking technology was perfected long ago, designed to bend light and energy around their ships in ways that should be impossible for lesser civilizations to detect. "How is this possible?" he demanded. "Their technology is primitive compared to ours." "Unknown," another crew member reported. "But their new scanning method somehow interacts with the quantum phase of our cloaking field. It's as if they accidentally discovered our one weakness." Vex made a quick decision. "Retreat. Full power to engines. We must report this to the Council immediately." Back on the horizon asterisk, the excitement grew as the strange ship suddenly accelerated away at incredible speed. "They're running," Tom exclaimed. "Can we keep up with them?" Reed asked. Tom shook his head. "Not a chance, Captain. They're moving faster than anything I've ever seen." Reed turned to Anna. "Record everything. Every piece of data you can get before they're out of range." Anna was already doing exactly that, capturing as much information as possible about the mysterious ship and the technology that made it nearly invisible. "Captain," she said slowly, "I think we've just made first contact with a completely unknown species, one that's been hiding from us, maybe hiding from everyone. The question is why?" Reed replied, his voice thoughtful. "Why would an advanced civilization hide instead of making contact?" 3 days later, the horizon asterisk returned to Earth, carrying news that would change humanity's understanding of the galaxy forever. In a secure meeting room at Space Command Headquarters, Reed and Anna presented their findings to a group of high-ranking officials. "We believe these ships have some kind of advanced cloaking technology that makes them invisible to conventional sensors," Anna explained, showing the data they had collected. "It was pure luck that our new quantum resonance scanner happened to operate at a frequency that could detect them." Admiral James Baker leaned forward, his weathered face serious. "Are you suggesting that these invisible ships might have been watching us all along?" "It's a possibility we have to consider," Reed answered. "They clearly didn't want to be seen, and they ran when they realized we could detect them. The room fell silent as the implications sank in. If these unknown aliens had been watching humanity without their knowledge, what else might they have been doing? "We need to develop this technology further," Baker finally said. "If Dr. West's scanner can be improved, we could potentially detect these vessels anywhere in our space." Anna nodded eagerly. "I've already started working on an enhanced version. With the right resources, I believe we could create a detection system that would make it impossible for them to hide from us." As the meeting continued, none of them realized that this accidental discovery would soon lead to a conflict that would spread across the stars. The Watchers, who had manipulated galactic civilizations from the shadows for millennia, suddenly faced an unexpected threat: a young species that could see through their perfect disguise. Across the galaxy, the Council of Eight gathered in emergency session, faced with news they had never expected to hear. Humans could see them. And that changed everything. Word of the Horizon's asterisk discovery spread quickly through Earth's scientific community. Within weeks, teams across the planet worked day and night to improve Anna's detection technology. Space Command established a new division dedicated solely to finding and tracking the mysterious invisible ships. Captain Reed stood before a large holographic display in the newly created Watcher Detection Center. The name Watchers had been given to the unknown aliens after a second research vessel confirmed they were observing human colonies. "We've identified 17 Watcher vessels in Earth-controlled space in just the last month," Reed explained to Admiral Baker. "They're everywhere, sir." The display showed red dots marking detected Watcher ships near Mars colonies, Jupiter's moons, and several outer system outposts. Baker's face grew grim as he studied the pattern. "This isn't just observation," the Admiral said quietly. "This is surveillance. They're watching everything we do." Anna entered the room, carrying a tablet filled with new data. The past month had aged her, dark circles under her eyes, showing how little she'd slept while working on the detection systems. "It's worse than that," she said. "We've been analyzing historical sensor readings going back 50 years. Once we knew what to look for, we found evidence of Watcher ships present during every major event in human space exploration." She brought up images on the main display: fuzzy distortions near the first Mars landing, strange readings during the Jupiter colony crisis, unexplained sensor ghosts during the Alpha Centauri expedition. "They'd been watching us for generations," Reed said. "Maybe longer." Baker cursed under his breath. "Have you shared this information with the Galactic Council?" The Galactic Council was the governing body that managed relations between the 12 known spacefaring civilizations. Humans had joined only 30 years ago, and were still considered newcomers. "We tried," Anna replied. "They dismissed our claims, said our technology must be malfunctioning." Reed added, "The representative from the Meraki Empire actually laughed at our presentation. Said if such beings existed, their advanced civilization would have detected them centuries ago." "Their pride blinds them," Baker muttered. "Keep working. If the Council won't listen, we'll protect ourselves." Across the galaxy, in the hidden base of the Watchers, the Council of Eight faced their greatest crisis in 10,000 years. "Humans continue to improve their detection capabilities," reported Monitor Vex, now promoted due to his first-hand experience with the crisis. "They can now track our ships from twice the distance of their initial detection." The leader of the Eight, a Watcher so old that his skin had turned almost translucent, leaned forward on his throne. "How did this happen?" he demanded, his voice carrying the weight of millennia. "How did they develop this technology?" "It appears to be accidental," Vex explained. "Their quantum resonance scanner happened to operate at a frequency that interacts with our cloaking field. Once they realized what they had found, they improved upon it rapidly." Another council member spoke up, her voice sharp with worry. "They are sharing their findings with other species. The Alteri and Zenites have requested details of the detection technology." "None believe them yet," said another. "The other species think human sensors are malfunctioning." "That will not last," the leader responded. We must take action before this spreads further. The council chamber fell silent. For thousands of years, the Watchers had guided galactic development from the shadows. They had subtly sabotaged dangerous technologies, influenced political decisions, and ensured that no civilization grew too powerful. All for the greater good, they believed. All to maintain the balance they had established long ago. Our entire purpose is threatened, the leader continued. If we can be seen, we can no longer guide. We can no longer protect. What are your orders? Vex asked. The leader's ancient eyes hardened. We must stop this at its source. The human detection technology must be eliminated. Their research must be erased. And if necessary, he paused, considering words that had not been spoken in thousands of years. If necessary, their progress must be set back significantly. Back on Earth, the military began retrofitting ships with Anna's detection systems. The first fully equipped vessel, the Vigilant Asterisk, prepared for its maiden voyage under the command of Commander Joe Fisher, Reed's former first officer. As Reed wished his friend good luck before departure, Anna rushed into the docking bay, her face flushed with excitement and fear. "Captain, Commander," she said breathlessly, "we just detected a massive surge of Watcher ships entering the solar system. At least 30 vessels, all heading toward Earth." Fisher checked his new tactical display. "Confirmed. They're coming in fast, from multiple vectors." Reed's expression darkened. "They know we can see them, and they're not hiding anymore." The invisible Watchers had decided to step out of the shadows. The real conflict was about to begin. The night sky above Earth's major cities lit up with flashes no one had ever seen before. To the naked eye, it looked like strange lightning without clouds. But those with access to the new detection systems knew the terrible truth. Watcher ships were attacking Earth's orbital defenses. Commander Joe Fisher stood on the bridge of the Vigilant Asterisk, watching as invisible enemies destroyed 3 satellite stations. "They're targeting our detection arrays first," he reported to Earth Command. "They're trying to blind us." "Hold position," came Admiral Baker's steady voice. "Wait for backup. The Horizon Asterisk and 3 other equipped vessels are moving to support you." Fisher gripped the edge of his command chair. The Vigilant Asterisk was the most advanced warship humanity had ever built, but they had no idea if their weapons could even harm the Watchers. No one had ever fought an enemy they could barely see. "Sir," called his weapons officer, "I have an idea. If their cloaking technology operates on the quantum frequency Dr. West discovered, maybe we can use that same frequency to disrupt it, or even turn it against them." Fisher considered this for only a moment. "Do it. Reconfigure the main cannon to match the detection frequency." Miles below, in the underground research lab, Anna worked frantically alongside a team of scientists. Sweat beaded on her forehead as she studied brain scans from 50 different humans who had used the detection systems. "There," she exclaimed, pointing to the display. "Look at the pattern in the parietal lobe. It's consistent across all operators who successfully detected Watcher ships on the first try." Her colleague, Dr. Martin, leaned closer. "What does it mean?" "It means some humans naturally process visual information in a way that makes them more sensitive to the Watcher's cloaking technology," Anna explained. "That's why our scanner worked when no other species has ever detected them. Our brains are wired differently." The lab shook as something exploded nearby. The Watchers had found their location. "We need to get this data to command," Anna said, quickly downloading the information. "This could be the key to fighting back." In orbit above Earth, the Vigilant Asterisk fired its modified main cannon at the closest Watcher ship. The beam struck something that had been nearly invisible, causing ripples to spread through space like stones thrown in a pond. Suddenly, the Watcher vessel became fully visible. A sleek, silver craft with strange geometric patterns across its hull. "Direct hit," shouted the weapons officer. "Their cloak is completely down." Fisher didn't hesitate. "All ships, target the revealed vessel. Fire everything you've got." The Vigilant Asterisk and the newly arrived Earth vessels launched missiles at the exposed Watcher ship. Without its cloak, the alien vessel proved surprisingly vulnerable. It exploded in a brilliant flash of blue and white energy. For the first time in recorded history, a Watcher had fallen. The remaining Watcher ships pulled back, clearly shocked by this unexpected defeat. Their perfect invisibility, their greatest protection, had been turned into a weakness. On the hidden Watcher command ship, Monitor Vex watched in horror as the human vessels celebrated their victory. "Impossible," he whispered. "No one has ever breached our cloaking technology." The leader's voice came through the communication system, tense with rage. "How did they do this?" "They modified their weapons to match the detection frequency," Vex reported. "But there's something else. Our observers report that certain humans can detect our ships more easily than others. There may be something in their neural structure that makes them sensitive to our technology." This news silenced the leader temporarily. Finally, he spoke again. "A biological quirk. After all our planning, after all our technological advancement, we are undone by a simple accident of evolution." "What are your orders?" Vex asked. "Retreat for now. We must develop countermeasures. This changes our approach entirely." As the Watcher fleet withdrew from Earth's space, humans celebrated their first victory. In the command center, Captain Reed reunited with Anna, who had escaped the lab just before it was destroyed. "Your research saved us," Reed told her. "Fisher was able to use the detection frequency as a weapon." Anna nodded, but her expression remained serious. "It's only the beginning, Mike. I discovered something important about how we can see them." She explained her findings about human neural patterns. Reed's eyes widened as he understood the implications. "That's why no other species has ever seen through their cloaking. Our brains are uniquely equipped to detect them." "Exactly. And if we can understand why, we might be able to improve our technology even further." Admiral Baker joined them, his uniform dusty from the attacks. "We've received communications from 3 other species in the Galactic Council. They're suddenly very interested in our malfunctioning sensors." Reed smiled grimly. "Nothing convinces like a demonstration. The Watchers just revealed themselves to everyone by attacking us." "The Shadow War has begun," Baker said. "And thanks to you two, humanity has a fighting chance." Across the stars, word spread quickly. The invisible manipulators who had shaped galactic history were no longer hidden. And the species that had exposed them, the young, aggressive, innovative humans, were now sharing their technology with anyone who would listen. The balance of power that had existed for millennia was crumbling, all because humans could see what no one else could. The Grand Hall of the Galactic Council had never been so crowded. Representatives from all 12 spacefaring civilizations packed the chamber, their voices creating a constant buzz of excitement and fear. At the center podium stood Captain Mike Reed, now promoted to Admiral after the first successful defense of Earth. "The evidence is undeniable," Reed stated, his voice carrying across the chamber. "The beings we call Watchers have been observing and manipulating all of our civilizations for thousands of years." The Meraki representative, who had laughed at humans just months earlier, now leaned forward with intense interest. "And you can provide this detection technology to all council members." "We already have," Reed confirmed. "The technical specifications have been shared with every civilization represented here." On the massive display behind him, images appeared showing Watcher ships detected near the homeworlds of the Alteri, the Zenites, and the Meraki Empire. The room erupted in shocked murmurs. "Our scientists have confirmed the human findings," announced the Alteri ambassador, her crystalline skin catching the light as she stood. "We have detected 17 Watcher vessels in our home system alone." One by one, representatives confirmed similar discoveries. The truth was spreading across the galaxy like wildfire. The hidden observers were real, and humans had found a way to see them. Far from Earth, on a distant mining colony, Dr. Anna West worked alongside a mixed team of human and alien scientists. The research facility had been established in secret, away from the Watcher's usual patrol routes. "The modification to your sensors is complete," said Krell, a Zenite engineer with 6 arms that moved with incredible precision. "We should now be able to detect Watcher ships from twice the previous range." Anna nodded with satisfaction. In the months since the attack on Earth, she had become the galaxy's foremost expert on Watcher detection technology. Her discovery about human neural patterns had led to breakthroughs that improved the technology for all species. "Let's test it," she suggested. As the enhanced sensors came online, a technician suddenly called out, "Contact. Watcher vessel approaching from Sector 7. The room tensed, but Anna remained calm. "Keep tracking it. Let's see what it does." To everyone's surprise, the Watcher ship made no attempt to flee or attack. Instead, it moved closer, then stopped just outside the facility's defensive perimeter. "We're receiving a transmission," the communications officer reported with disbelief. They'd want to talk. This was unprecedented. Since the battle at Earth, the Watchers had either attacked or retreated when detected. None had ever attempted communication. "Put it through," Anna ordered. A holographic image appeared. A Watcher, its gray skin and large eyes now visible to all. "I am Kren of the Free Watchers," it said in a carefully practiced common language. "We wish to make contact with Dr. Anna West." On the Watcher homeworld, hidden deep in uncharted space, Monitor Vex faced the Council of 8 with devastating news. "The detection technology has spread to all major civilizations," he reported. "Our ships are being tracked in every system. We can no longer move undetected." The leader's ancient face showed more emotion than it had in centuries. "And the Splinter Group, the traitors. They have made contact with the humans," Vex confirmed. "Led by Officer Kren, they are sharing information about our operations." "Unacceptable," thundered another council member. "Thousands of years of careful guidance destroyed in months because of these humans." The leader raised a hand for silence. "We have no choice. Activate the reserve fleet. We will abandon subtlety and strike directly at the heart of this rebellion." Earth. Back at the research facility, Anna sat across from Kren, the first Watcher to openly communicate with other species in millennia. "Why have you broken away from your people?" she asked. Kren's large eyes blinked slowly. "Not all Watchers believe in manipulation. Some of us have argued for centuries that we should make open contact, share knowledge rather than control from shadows. The Council rejected these ideas. But now, with humans forcing change, many have joined our cause." "What do the Watchers want? Why have they manipulated us for so long?" "They believe they protect the galaxy," Kren explained. "Long ago, the Council decided that developing civilizations needed guidance to avoid catastrophic wars and technological disasters. They believe they act for the greater good." Anna considered this. "And you disagree?" "I believe in freedom, in choice. The Council fears what they cannot control." Kren leaned forward. "But now I must warn you. The Council has activated weapons and ships not used in thousands of years. They plan to strike Earth directly, to cut out what they see as the heart of the problem." Across the galaxy, the first true alliance between multiple species began to form. With the threat of the Watchers now visible to all, ancient rivals set aside their differences. Ships from the Meraki Empire flew alongside Alturi cruisers. Zenite technology merged with human innovations. In orbit around a contested moon, the first major battle against Watcher forces ended in victory for the Allied fleet. Commander Joe Fisher, leading the human contingent, opened communications with his alien counterparts. "We've proven they can be defeated," he told them. "Now we need to take the fight to them." The Age of Secrets was ending. The galaxy was awakening, and at the center of it all stood humanity. The species that could see what no one else could. The planet Earth, once a blue jewel against the blackness of space, now bristled with defensive platforms and the combined might of the newly formed Galactic Alliance. Ships from 7 different species patrolled in formation, their hulls modified with the detection technology that had changed everything. Admiral Reed stood on the bridge of the Defender Earth's newest flagship. The massive view screen showed the approaching Watcher Armada. Over 200 vessels, no longer bothering to hide. "They've abandoned stealth completely," noted his first officer. "They're coming in with everything they have." Reed nodded grimly. "Alert all Alliance ships. Hold formation and prepare for engagement." The battle for Earth began with a blinding flash as the Watcher fleet fired simultaneously. Alliance shields flared under the assault, some failing immediately under the advanced weaponry. The defenders returned fire, their modified weapons punching through Watcher defenses. For hours, the battle raged across Earth's orbit. Ships from both sides fell in fiery arcs toward the atmosphere, breaking apart as they descended. Despite their bravery, the Alliance forces began to falter under the relentless Watcher attack. "Admiral," called out his communications officer, "the Horizon has been captured." Captain Carter reports the Watchers used some kind of tractor technology we've never seen before. Reed's blood ran cold. The Horizon, his former command, now captained by his friend, had been at the forefront of the battle. "Any word from the captain?" "No, sir. The ship is being towed away from the battle." Reed made a quick decision. "I'm taking the strike team to recover the Horizon. Colonel Adams, you have command of the Defender. Despite protests from his officers, Reed led a small team of the best soldiers Earth had to offer. They boarded a stealth shuttle, ironically designed using principles learned from studying Watcher technology, and pursued the captured vessel. Meanwhile, in a distant research base, Anna worked frantically alongside Kren and scientists from 3 species. The Watcher offensive had begun sooner than expected, forcing them to accelerate their plans. "The Alliance can't hold out against the full Watcher fleet," Kren warned, his gray hands moving quickly over the controls. "The Council has deployed technologies not used in war for millennia." Anna didn't look up from her work. "Then we'd better hurry. If your calculations are correct, this should work." They were developing a device that could amplify the human neural pattern that detected Watcher technology, broadcasting it across entire systems. In theory, it would not only reveal all Watcher ships, but potentially disrupt their advanced systems. "The final component is ready," announced a Zenite scientist. "But we've never tested this at full power. It could fail. Or it could save everyone." Anna replied. "Begin power-up sequence." Aboard the captured Horizon, Reed and his team moved silently through the corridors. Most of the human crew had been locked in the cargo bay, but the bridge remained under Watcher control. As they approached the bridge, Reed heard a familiar voice, his friend, Captain Carter, apparently in conversation with the Watchers. Signaling his team to wait, Reed moved close enough to listen. "You must understand," said a deep voice that could only belong to a Watcher, "we have guided galactic civilization for reasons beyond your comprehension. By manipulating us, by holding back our development." Carter challenged. "By protecting you," the Watcher replied. "Your limited perspective sees only control, but we have been the shield against a much greater threat." Reed peered around the corner. Carter stood facing a Watcher unlike any Reed had seen before. This one's skin was almost translucent, showing a network of glowing veins beneath, the leader of the 8. What threat could possibly justify thousands of years of secret manipulation? Carter demanded. The leader moved to the ship's view screen, activating it to show deep space beyond the galaxy's edge. There, in the void between galaxies, they wait, they watch, they hunger. We call them the Devourers. They consume worlds, entire civilizations. They are drawn to certain types of technology, certain energy signatures. The screen showed something that made Reed's blood freeze. Massive shapes, darker than the blackness of space itself, moving slowly toward the galaxy. "We have held back dangerous technologies, redirected research, all to keep your civilizations from creating the energy signatures that would draw their attention." The leader continued. For millennia, we have been your unseen guardians. Carter looked stunned. If this is true, why not tell us? Why not work with us openly? Would you have believed us? Would you have accepted limitations on your development without proof? Species resist being told they cannot have something. The leader's ancient eyes narrowed. And now, thanks to humans, the galaxy lights up with detection technology that may very well draw the Devourers directly to us. Reed had heard enough. He signaled his team to prepare for entry, but before they could move, the ship shuddered violently. An alarm blared throughout the vessel. "What's happening?" demanded the leader. A watcher officer responded. "Unknown energy wave approaching. Massive power readings." Reed knew instantly. Anna had activated her device. The game had changed once again. As the energy wave washed over the ship, the leader turned directly toward the doorway where Reed hid, as if seeing through the wall. "So, Admiral Reed, it seems we finally meet face to face." The energy wave from Anna's device swept across the entire sector, revealing every watcher ship in a brilliant display of light. On the bridge of the captured Horizon the leader of the 8 stood unnaturally still as his cloaking technology failed completely. "You've doomed us all," the leader said, his ancient voice trembling with something between rage and fear. "The Devourers will sense this energy signature across the void." Admiral Reed stepped fully into the bridge, weapon raised. "We're taking back this ship. Your war is over." The leader made no move to resist. "The war with us may be ending, Admiral, but a far greater one approaches. Look." He gestured to the view screen where the distant shapes of the Devourers had grown noticeably larger, as if responding to the energy wave. Captain Carter moved to Reed's side. "Sir, I believe he's telling the truth. The Watchers have logs, historical records of entire civilizations wiped out by these Devourers." Reed hesitated, then lowered his weapon slightly. "If that's true, why capture our ships? Why not share this information?" "Because for 10,000 years, secrecy has been our only strategy," the leader replied. "We believe control was the only path to safety." Before Reed could respond, his communicator chimed. Anna's voice came through, filled with excitement. "Mike." The device worked. "All Watcher ships have been revealed. The Alliance is turning the tide." She paused. "But we're detecting something else, something massive at the edge of our scanning range." "The Devourers," Reed confirmed. "Anna, I think the Watchers were telling the truth about a greater threat." There was silence for a moment. "Actually, that makes sense. The neural pattern that lets humans detect Watcher technology. I've been studying it further. It seems humans have a natural ability to perceive certain dimensional anomalies that other species can't." Reed looked at the leader with sudden understanding. "That's why we could see you when no one else could. And that means we might be able to detect these Devourers too," Anna finished. "Better than anyone else." Throughout the galaxy, the battle had shifted. With all Watcher ships revealed, the Alliance had quickly gained the upper hand. But news of the approaching Devourers spread rapidly, changing the nature of the conflict. On the Alliance command ship, representatives from 8 species gathered in emergency council. Among them stood Kren, speaking for the Free Watchers. "For too long, our leaders believed suppression was the only way," Kren explained. "But humans have shown us another path, one of cooperation and shared knowledge." The Mareki representative leaned forward. "You're suggesting we work with the Watchers now, after millennia of manipulation?" "We're suggesting we all work together against the real threat," announced Anna as she entered the chamber alongside Reed, and surprisingly, the leader of the 8. The leader looked diminished somehow, its ancient pride replaced with a solemn humility. "I offer the complete technological knowledge of the Watchers to the Alliance. Our methods were wrong, but our purpose was not. The Devourers are real, and they are coming." In the days that followed, an uneasy peace was forged. The Watcher Council resigned their authority, replaced by a joint leadership that included members from all species, including reformed Watchers. Their advanced technology, now freely shared, accelerated alliance capabilities beyond imagination. Reed stood with Anna on the observation deck of the new flagship Unity *, watching as the combined fleet prepared for departure. The massive ship represented something unprecedented. Technology from 9 different civilizations, including Watcher advancements, all working in harmony. Who would have thought, Reed mused, that being able to see what no one else could would lead to this? Anna smiled. Human perception changed everything. We saw through their disguise, and now we can see the real enemy too. The ship's sensors had confirmed her theory. Humans could detect the devourers more effectively than any other species. The fleet would rely on human operators to track the approaching threat. Are we ready for this? Reed asked quietly, going from fighting the Watchers to allying with them against something worse. We adapt, Anna replied simply. That's what humans do. And now the entire galaxy adapts with us. The Unity * moved away from Earth, leading the greatest armada ever assembled. On its bridge stood a crew unlike any before it. Humans working alongside Meraki tacticians, Alteri navigators, Zenite engineers, and Watcher advisors. As they approached the edge of known space, Reed gave the order that would begin the next chapter of galactic history. All ships, prepare for jump. We're not hiding from this threat. We're not running from it. We're facing it together. The fleet vanished into hyperspace, heading toward the darkness between stars. For thousands of years, the Watchers had guided the galaxy from the shadows, believing no one could see them. Now humans had not only revealed their presence but transformed their purpose. The age of secrecy had ended. The age of unity had begun. And at its heart stood humanity, the species that showed the galaxy how to truly see.